The date is January 14th, Friday, 2022. I'm doing a quick video walkthrough of the property at 12226 Northeast Rose Court Parkway. Starting at the front door. They know hardware door doesn't latch or close. This was definitely installed by former tenants. Not sure what they did. I got insulation coming out of the door. Also, that trim piece is hammered. The door is also pretty beat up. Doorbell, non-existent, halfway falling off of the door. Additionally, they painted over it. On the inside of the door, we've got got a black outline where a picture was hung. I've got real intense coffee marks or something. I tried scrubbing it off several times. It is not removable. On the door, on the wall immediately right of the door, I have heavy staining on the wall, black marks, just stuff. I'm not even quite sure what that is. On the wall leading into the kitchen, we've got blue stuff left on the walls. I've got black squares from from where the pictures were hung and or smoke damage. Not quite sure, don't really care what it is. The trim piece appears to be eaten and de-painted is what I'll say. We've got a fridge light that's broken, not going in. This drawer just actually pulls straight out. That's the one that fell onto the floor when I initially opened it. This drawer is that little piece stripped off when I tried to open it. The end piece of the trim got hammered. The end piece of the trim got hammered. There is black staining on the wall. The sink only exists in spray everywhere mode. There is no way to change it. The front right burner does not work. I've had my hand on here for some time. It doesn't do nothing. I left it on for 5 minutes. It didn't do anything. Only one of these light bulbs was functional when I moved in. I replaced them all. Staining on the ceilings. I'm going to refocus my phone. I got Christmas light burn marks all along the wall. And we've got 3 colors here, actually. So you can see the formers tried to repaint in. I think that's the original color. And yeah, they never cut in up against the ceiling. Very interesting. We'll show you more of what that looks like. Hopefully you can see these. I have obvious patch marks from the former tenants. They're a different texture, which means that they didn't actually paint over them. They just patched it with whatever they had. Love my window crystals and the rainbows. The vent in the living room is pretty gunky, I'm going to go with. Here you go, there's the ceiling peak in the living room. Refocusing my phone, you can see where the former tenants painted up against it. And never went up to the ceiling. Also, I'll go with patch marks and nail holes pretty much everywhere there. Moving over to the fireplace. Somebody had a heck of a fire, and it wasn't me. I'm fine with that. It doesn't bother me, but it'd be nice. I'll just end up trying to fix that. I got some nails and patches and kind of paint stuff here. Moving along, there is the other peak of the ceiling. Again, you can see where the former tenants tried to paint, and it didn't work for them. Moving into the area between the bathroom and the main entryway, I describe as just normal conditions of what I've stated there earlier. Hey, there it is. Oh, the strobing of this light is spectacular. We'll come back to that one in a second. Moving on to bathroom. Most of the trim just looks like this. This is a good example of what the trim pretty much everywhere in the house looks like. Moving into the bathroom, noting that, and this doesn't bother me, but I need to note it. There's some pretty good cracks here in the left-hand sink, and there's actually there you go. There's some real good cracks that they don't come clean, and they're actually quite sharp. True story. Wall behind the toilet. Toilet works. It's great. Love it. 2-flush. My kid loves a 2-flush. I just got crap on the walls, black marks, staining, etc. This is the toothpaste picture I sent earlier. That stuff just comes straight off. That's not me. I don't even know what that is. That might be cleaning agent. Otherwise, we just kind of got, there's a lot of water damage. on this stuff. These are fine. I got nails in the wall still. Excuse me. Moving into the bathtub. There you go. It's all blue. The bottom is stained blue based on whatever the former tenants had in there. It doesn't bother me too much, but I just want to know what the heck it is and why the heck it's there. Across from the toilet, refocusing phone. It's very white, and here's the phone. It has a hard time. I got stuff on the wall still. I got a whole bunch of it. I tried scrubbing some of it. It comes off easily. Closing the bathroom door, looking behind the bathroom door. We are going to see some pretty heavy staining above the bathroom door. Some halfway patches that were done by the former tenants. And then looking below the towel rack, I'm not even quite sure. It's just real. What is that? Why is it discolored? I'm not 100% certain. The trim and the heater are both very much different colors. Additionally, you can't really see it because of the lighting again. Here, I'll move my towels. My apologies. I had to take a shower here. I got some pretty heavy staining and drip marks. Broadly speaking, here on this wall. There's more wall staining, but I think you guys get the idea. We're going to move back into... Oh, it's back! The strobe is back. So we'll turn it off. And then we'll turn it on. Oh, it goes on. And there you go. I think you guys get the idea of that one. We're going to leave that on because that's part of the experience. I can't think when it's on. Okay. Southeast bedroom, the smaller of the two, facing east towards hood. This is above the door. They definitely had something screwed into the wall above it. You can see the patch marks. There's one, there's two, there's three patches, plus the staining. And the door took some pretty good damage. Also, more trim. Let's see, over here, I'm missing trim. There's definitely a piece of trim. I can see the nail holes that used to go there. We're missing trim there. Missing trim here. There's just nails coming out of the wall. This piece is, I'll say I removed the nails that were sticking out because I got a 4-year-old that lives with me and it was a safety hazard. That just needs a couple more, just needs to get tacked back in. Going back to the door in the southeast bedroom. Door jam's pretty rough. Moving into, please know that this is my 4-year-old son's room, and I had to move him in quickly because he lives with me here half time. This room's actually in pretty good shape. They definitely repainted, the former tenants definitely repainted, and there's some streaking here, but on the paint, it kind of gets to 80-ish% coverage. It doesn't really bug me, but it would be nice to have a conversation about what's going on. Otherwise, this room's in pretty good shape. I think this was their main bedroom, which is why it is in good shape, aside from just the regular kind of stains on the walls and things of that nature. More door action here for you. Definitely not cleaned vent. And here is how I know they repainted. Because, well, you can see they didn't quite get all of it painted, did they now? And then this is kind of the patchwork that I'm talking about, where you can see they just didn't paint it very well. That's what I'll say. They did 3/4 coat on that one. More trim. It all kind of looks like that. Moving along to the laundry area. There's no... Sorry, refocus my phone. There's no rollers in the little piece of hardware. Should be a plastic circle up here. This door doesn't actually close all the way because it runs into the bolt, the screw that's holding it up if it was properly installed. So to do it, you do that to get it around it. And now the door works. I got heavy staining on the top third of the vents. And then there's just, get the other, sorry, that one's hard to move. The characteristic missing paint pretty much everywhere. Washer dryer work wonderfully. I've done several loads of laundry already to great success. Here is, sorry, phone refocusing. The lighting makes it hard with the all white. There's just some more damage and white marks and stuff. Moving to the northeast bedroom, that I believe this was the sound recording studio. The former person was a music producer. I saw this room set up as a music studio. Oh, also, there's just kind of, there's cobwebs and stuff up here. I got a few of them all over the place. Definitely, again, they had 1, 2, 3 fixtures screwed into the wall, possibly a 4th. They tried to patch them. I can tell that they are recently patched because they are very chalky and very unfinished. Aside from that, looking down around, similar trim story. Let's move into, this is my bedroom. Again, I had to unpack some things because I have to live and I work from home. Looking around, this room's actually not in too bad of shape either. They definitely repainted everything bright white in here. Do note that I'm holding off on unpacking until we can get a full walkthrough with Blue Roof Property Management. And then I'll sort of unpack and do the full thing. On the door leading to the bathroom, again, right, goes into the bathroom. It's really nice, got a secret door. I got some obvious staining. This stuff kind of doesn't really come off. And again, you can tell that the former tenants definitely painted because you can see where their trim line, where their paint mark stops. More damage. Oops, sorry, I'm moving too fast. Focus the phone. More damage here around the door handle and the bottom. Otherwise, this room's in pretty good shape. We definitely want to do a walkthrough in it as well. Let's see if we can get the disco party back. You can sure be flipping the switch, hopefully. Yep, that's on, off, on. There you go. That's actually the least amount of strobing I've had so far. That's actually pretty good, I'll say. Okay, I believe that concludes the gist of the tour in terms of what's needed for a walkthrough. I think that this is pretty obvious that some of this needs to get repaired, like the black squares you can clearly see. This is just blue gummy stuff for sticking paper to the wall that didn't get cleaned by the cleaners. I got mysterious red stuff on the walls too. I'm not even quite sure what that is. More blue. They had pictures and paintings up here, and they just put them in. I'm not sure how the staining on these walls happens, but I would be maybe not so bold as to suggest these folks were probably smoking something in here pretty heavily. There's a few other things that are hard to see on the camera. I believe they probably had up some very large artwork on the main wall in the dining room and kitchen because there's sort of some bigger patch marks that look to be evenly spaced. And so I think they must have had like a big flag or a big something up there. That concludes the tour. I will also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a lot of holes like that. They just kind of, you know, I mean, they definitely hammered into the walls at every opportunity. Here's some more. Oh, it's back on. That's exciting for everybody. Another example of the miscellaneous painting in the corner of the living room. Yeah, and you can kind of take what you see here. Here's the corner. You can see the corners are, they didn't quite get clean, / they're just black because they wore through to maybe the aluminum piece that's under there for the drywall. You can kind of just broadly apply it across the entire property of that level of sort of trim damage. Yep, that's enough of that.